And hello, everyone. Welcome to Heart Center Tarot. As always, my name is Marina, and I will be your guide for this portion of the journey. And please help me welcome Sherry, also known as Blanche. Oh, I forgot to put my name. Oh, sorry. Um, from Voices from the Swamp, and Judy of Judy's Healing Fire, and she is Rose. Is Rose? Yes, she's Rose's cousin.
I'm somebody's cousin.
Somebody's cousin. Yeah. And
she's related somewhere down the aisle. So.
Yes. Yes, exactly. So just let me very quickly change that. And for those of you who got the notice this morning that we were going live at 7, haha. Yeah, 7 a.m. And yeah, I heard from a few of you. And so I did. I went in there and changed it to, yes, 7 p.m., not 7 a.m. 7 a.m., I'm still sleeping. So.
I wish.
I don't think any of us would be at 7 a.m.
No.
7 a.m., no. I'm on my way to the office.
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
Yeah.
There is that. Yeah.
Yeah. Fortunately, don't have to do that anymore. So that is good. But thank you all of you for joining us and for being here. And I'll ask you to please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I've got the girls' channel information listed in the description of the video. So make sure that you go over and do the like, share, and subscribe. And subscribing doesn't cost you anything. It just helps us get the message out in front of people who want to hear what we have to say. They just don't know where we are.
There you go.
So, yes. And Judy is streaming this to her channel. So I'll just remind you guys, if you're in Judy's chat, you're going to see the conversation in Judy's chat. Because the three of us are here together, we're going to see all the chat. So if we start to talk about something and you go, what are they, what I miss? It could be something in one of the other chats.
Chat.
Yeah. And that's kind of how it comes up. So now having said that, I will take a few minutes and do a little bit of advertising. For those of you who don't know, I did put out a video, it's a short less than 10 minutes this morning about a fabulous new product. I was approached by this company called Otter Spirit, and they asked if they could send me out a set of bracelets, and I could try them out and see what I thought of them. And they arrived, and I absolutely loved them. So I did a little promo video for it. You can go on my channel and take a look at that. I think I called it something special for you or whatever. Anyway.
Something like that, but it was a good one.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. So I'll show them to you. So this is this is kind of like a seafoam green. It's aventurine. There, the yellow one is citrine, and then the darker green one is jade. And these, the number one thing is they're very good quality. Like once you hold them, you know that this isn't something that is flimsy. This is a good quality product. And they offer a 2-year warranty on all their product. So why do you want to go over to Otter Spirit and take a look and see what they have on offer? Well, one of the big things is that they $1 from every purchase, whether it's bracelet, necklace, whatever, goes towards supporting the otters in I think it's Monterey Bay. Do I have that? I think I have that right. So the otters in that area were almost extinct, almost done away with. And through their efforts and through the company's efforts, they're making a comeback. And as most of you know, killer whale is my big spirit animal. So anything having to do with the water creatures, I resonate with. The other reason that you want to go over and take a look and see what they have on offer, and I will put this up, is if you go on the website and you see something you like and you put in the this coupon code HeartSend20, you get 20% off. So see something you like, go in there. It all goes to a good cause. You get your choice, small, medium, or large. You can have the larger beads. You can have smaller beads. You can buy them individually in sets. So by all means, please go to otterspirit.com and take a look and see what they have on there. It's a beautiful box, ideal for gift giving. Like, you don't have to worry, right? It's ready to go. And each bracelet comes in their own individual box. And you get a little card that comes with it that tells you about the bracelet. Like this particular one, green jade. Everything I touch turns into gold. Nice little inspirational message. And they also come in their own little individual pouch. And you want that, because if you're one of those people that tends to take all your bracelets and you throw them into a bin or box or something, they can scratch, right? They can scratch each other. So this is one way to kind of protect them. It's an investment in a product and you want to protect it. And then the other thing, before I let you go and before I shut up, is each one of them has a little charm, and it's a little otter charm. So just something to have and enjoy. So yeah. And go ahead, and I'm going to take that off now. And okay, now that I'm done doing the advertising, we'll start with Sherry and say, Sherry, what you got going on your channel? What's up?
All kinds of stuff. I don't wait, let me open the book and see. We have got this tonight. And let's see, Saturday I've got Nate that's going to be on at 11 a.m. Central, followed by Andrew of Androniki Skincare at 2 o'clock. Then at 5 o'clock, I'm going to be a guest on Heather's channel. And then, of course, 10 o'clock is the slumber party. And Sunday, I'm going to collapse. And
yes.
And Monday, I'm going to have Hogarth on from Hogarth Global Astrology. We have just not been able to catch up with each other in quite a while, and we finally connected one afternoon. He's like, "We haven't read together in forever," and I said, "No, we haven't. Let's set a date." So
exactly,
he's supposed to be on Mondays. So
nice.
That's a good way to spend Labor Day.
Exactly. That's fabulous. Fabulous. And how about you, Judy? What you got going on?
Sunday, Sherry, I thought you think you're with me on Sunday. I'm doing a live. It's just with me. I don't think we were doing it together, but you were possibly going to be a moderator. But if not, that's fine.
Depends on what time, because I'm working backstage for Arthur on Sundays. So
how are you? Okay.
Yeah.
we'll talk later. But yeah, anyway,
Yeah,
so Sunday,
we'll work it out.
6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, and then wherever you are in between, because I'm really bad at all that. And then Sherry and I are doing political chats every other week, and that we're not doing heart-centered tarot here too. So got those going on, and a few private readings. But I've got a couple of people that I'm interviewing. I've started doing interviews with people that they may not be necessarily energy workers in the sense that they do active Reiki or have a YouTube channel or something like that, but we utilize energy in our everyday life. And
Yes.
so I have some people that I'm interviewing that basically we're going to be talking about how they utilize the energy and what they do. So one of them is a professional chef,
Cool.
for example. And so, you always hear about the food always tastes better when you put the love in it, for example. That's an intention. And those are people that, she's one that does, she's amazing. And then I have another person I'm interviewing that sells gems and jewelry, and she is absolutely very much all about the energy of the jewelry and everything as well. She works for a professional jeweler, so. But I'm starting to interview different people that are putting their energy into their passion and how it makes a difference with their clients and with their business and things like that. So you'll start to see some of those coming out too.
Oh, lovely.
That's
Perfect.
awesome.
That's it.
Perfect. Yes. And lastly, don't forget, you guys, if you are interested in having a personal reading with any of us, reach out. Reach out. We can send you the information. You can take it from there. I know that Sherry is working on a website. Judy is probably going to be working on a website. I do have a website. So, check.
Marina has an awesome website. Y'all need to check it out because Val upgraded her and it looks really good.
She sprinkled magic dust all over that thing. So yes, it's marinasheartcenteredtarot.com. So go on there, book yourself a reading. And yeah, if you're interested in, like I said, a reading from the girls, by all means, get in touch with Sherry, get in touch with Judy, and set something up. Yeah. And hello, Gerald from Tarot Stash. Nice to see you here. And hello to everyone else that is here. We've got 101 in the chat right now.
Nice.
Yay!
Perfect.
Welcome.
Perfect. So, getting to what I was hoping that we could talk about here is apparently European leaders are very outraged right now because Russian airstrikes have hit another residential building, a 5-story residential building, and 23 people were killed, 4 of them children, as well as there was a lot of damage done to the EU delegation office, which was very, very close to that building. So Ursula von der Leyen and several of the leaders have spoken out, and they are peeved. Let's put it that way. They are peeved. So given the state of things right now, I thought we'd take a look. Is Putin or the Putin wannabe, are they trying to get European countries to actively get involved in the war? Is this what their end game is? Yeah. So yeah, let's pull a few cards and see what it says.
See what we get.
Yes.
Right.
Are they trying to start something? Because, in some ways, if they do get other European countries involved, and there is a lot of military action happening, that could be the excuse that they need to, oh, dear leader went to the front lines to be with a man. He was killed.
Mm.
Right? So,
We could only hope.
Well, he's been alive an amazingly a long time for having pancreatic cancer 4 years ago. Just throwing that out there.
Yes. Yes.
I don't know anybody
absolutely.
that lives out from pancreatic cancer.
And yeah. No matter how good the treatment that you get is, right?
Nope, not that one.
Yeah. Okay, who's got cards down? Go.
I'm ready.
Okay, go.
First thing I pulled was providing intervention. So that's, nice little ways of getting everybody look over here while I do something over there. Followed by change in focus. So this is just a little reminder for us to be aware that if we look over here, something's happening over there.
Yes.
And then the clarifier for that was the Two of Swords. So again, it's be aware. There's difficult decisions to be made. Don't let it get away from you.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got duties, keep quiet. So and followed with uprising rebellion. So yeah, they've got a lot of that coming, and the qualifier for this one was the Ten of Pentacles, because that's what they're really after.
Mm-hmm.
Money, 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 money.
Yes.
They can figure out a way to take all your money, they will.
Absolutely.
And they've been quite good at it so far. So
yeah. And they're running out of money.
Yeah.
They're running out of money. So yeah, it would certainly help. Okay, what'd you get, Judy?
Yeah, they need to stay in conflict, is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Eight of Pentacles. So they are working very hard for whatever their plan is. And it's interesting because it was crossed by Queen of Cups, who she's always got her secrets.
Yep.
So there are secrets going on, and they're working very hard behind the scenes on one of their plans. And here's the Magician. Yep. So they're trying to. They got something going. There's some plan that Russia has. They know that their resources are dwindling. I'm sure F-45 and him have some plan. And Alaska was probably chatted about as far as that goes. There's something, but there's in the past you've got the Page of Swords. So this would be like new truth, new agreement, new contracts. Is in the past though, so I don't think it's going to work out. Whatever it is they have planned, and they're working really hard, but I don't think it's going to work out because they're crowning everything. I mean, they're trying really hard to get, the fruits of their labor to come out.
Yes.
But there's big illumination coming. So the same information that's going to be the downfall of this current regime is going to affect whatever that is. It's all part of this global illumination, all of these different bits of information. We need to stand strong, and there is, the Knight of Truth getting ready to leap off that cliff. This is external influence. The rest of the world is very well aware of what's going on. I keep getting that they know what they're up to, and we may not be privy to it, but the powers that be are privy to it. Yes. And they are they're working really hard to put a stop to it. I can say that. The oligarchs, though, they're feeling pretty fat and happy right now because it's all about money. It's always about money. They're waiting for they're waiting for their harvest to come in.
Yeah.
But in the end, this is the final outcome. 5 of Cups. There's going to be a lot of chaos, and it's going to be the. I think this is Russia because they're so battle torn, and for whatever reason, staying in conflict, I think keeps the Putin figure, we'll put it that way, around. And so he needs to keep a conflict going, but I don't think it's going to work in his favor, especially with this illumination coming out. If this is in the future and this is the final outcome,
Yeah.
it's not good for them.
No.
They could try, but it's not good for them.
Yeah. No, it's I don't see it working out. I think that what he is doing at the moment is just a lot of empty promises. You know, the idea that, oh no, we're working on a peace plan. No, you're not. You know, we're working to end the war. No, you're not. There's, you know, they talk a good game, but the fact that they continue with the airstrikes and they're and especially bombing residential areas. But this isn't anything new for Putin, and of course, entertainment purposes only, because when he first came to power and there was some resistance in one of the cities, he was in. Let's put it this way: he was involved in the destruction of a rather large, heavily occupied apartment building that he tried to blame it on rebels and so on, but he was involved. Okay. He is trying to get people involved in that collective action. I think this is going to work against him because what the things that he is doing, it's bringing other countries together. It's putting the emphasis on other countries who are saying, okay, no, enough is enough. What's going to bring him down is the voice of the people. Is not only are the Russians fed up, their interest rates are through the roof. They're unable to get a lot of food, a lot of commodities into the country because of some of the sanctions and so on. The Russian people are feeling it. So no, they're not going to go along with this. So, you know, is he trying to start a war with Europe? Yes, absolutely. Will it succeed? No. Yeah.
So
absolutely.
war is a business, and it's a money maker, which is why countries like to go to war, is because it's a money maker, and Russia needs money. So they're going to try to involve themselves in as many wars as they can. And so is F-45. I mean, he's itching, except he wants to turn us into a giant Mar-a-Lago and get rid of the riffraff, which is anybody who's not white and wealthy. So
exactly.
Allegedly.
Oh, yeah. Not going to work. Not going to work for him. No. And I want to share with you guys, we did have, I'll put it up here, Topical Thievery had asked this question that we were going to possibly look at yesterday during the Sisters of the Mystical Tarot. But Sherry and I felt that it was more geared towards the Golden Girls.
Show. Yeah,
tonight's show. So what they wanted to know was, I live in a blue state. Should I be worried about the National Guard?
Yes.
Well, I would clarify. Is he going to send them? Yes, but worried how? Like, are they just going to be there and just show up because they're ordered to show up, but then not do anything? Or are they worried about them actually going against the citizens? That I don't think they'll be anxious to do in any of the states. Do I think he's going to send them to all the blue states hoping to pick a fight and hoping for martial law? yes, but I don't think the National Guard is particularly thrilled with this, nor do they want to participate.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. Should you be worried? That the fact that he is talking about that and with the blue states, yes, he's going to try to do that. However, don't it it is a fear tactic. It
Mhm.
it 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 can't work unless everyone participates in it. So, he might come out and say, "Yeah, that's what I'm doing, and yeah, I'm sending in the National Guard." And yes, as Edward Kenneth said, yeah, in DC, they're picking up trash.
Mhm.
That's what they're doing. So, yes, he's going to plan those targeted attacks, like he said, on blue states and blue sanctuary cities and so on. I think the people are going to have that united front. Like they're not going to tolerate it. They're not going to put up with it. And it almost feels like a lot of the people in the National Guard are starting to realize that they have a choice, that just because they are ordered to do something, they do not have to follow an unlawful order. So
Right.
there could very well be, yeah, lots of protests and so on. I don't know that this is going to get very far because the other card that I got was a health regulation. And I'm thinking, I wonder if somebody is not going to be able to give that order due to health reasons. We'll see.
Hmm.
What'd you guys get?
You want
I
to go,
got
Judy? Go ahead.
sure, yeah. I got so 9 of Wands. So he's right now he's trying to throw everything at every bit of spaghetti
Yes.
at the wall and see what sticks. He's because it's you've got the Epstein information coming out. You've got the voter. Oh, yay. Thank you, Jason. Wow, that's exciting. But you've got the Epstein stuff coming out. You've got the voting stuff coming out. You've
Yes.
got more manipulation and treason stuff coming out. They're trying to just today I heard they're trying to make the Democratic Party a terrorist organization so we can only have one party. They're trying to do that. They're trying to, institute martial law by picking fights. They're trying to do all these things so to distract you. It's all the sparkly things they're throwing in the air. All of their plans, and none of them are working, and it's making people more and more and more mad. People, a friend of mine just her insurance company cut her therapist because of funding, so she no longer has therapy. I mean, that's starting. So the more people are impacted, the less his little sparkly things and plans are going to work. And there's a new beginning coming. The Joker is dancing. There's a new beginning coming, and there's Page of Pentacles. I still think this guy is US 2.0. And there's new plans, new we're gonna have to rebuild and fill in some of those gaps and those cracks and things like that. I don't think, yes, he very will most likely send in the National Guard, but I don't think it's going to work like he thinks it's going to work. And if he tries to give the order to turn them against the people, just wait till the National Guard turns around and says, nope,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not going to fire against the citizens.
Yeah.
ICE might do that, but the National Guard won't do that.
Yeah.
So
Totally.
it's not going to work out well for him.
Yeah. What'd you get,
Yeah.
Sherry?
First card out was innocent, truthful. I think this is the image he's trying to put out there, that he's oh so innocent, and this is so truthful, and we have to get these people under control because they're just out of control. They're on the verge of an explosive situation, which isn't exactly what's going on. Because then I got the Nine of Pentacles reversed to clarify that. And that's just talking about an obsession. He's got an obsession with anything and everything that's not all hail to the dear leader. And that's all he cares about. As long as you bow and scrape and kiss his nasty white behind, then yeah, I know. Wasn't that a lovely picture to paint? When
Yeah.
Spirit gave it to me, I was like, gee,
Yeah.
thanks. I'm gonna share that because I'm not taking that picture by myself.
Yeah.
Well, then
Thank
we've
you.
got strained relations. You're welcome. I love you too.
Yes. Yeah.
We've got strained relations. He is pushing people to their breaking point. Even people on his side is at a breaking point, and it's not going to take much to push them over the edge.
Mm-hmm.
Housing infrastructure. He keeps hauling these our guard around here, there, and everywhere. Nowhere to house them, no way to take care of them. They're feeling like idiots because they're literally walking around the streets and picking up trash.
Yeah.
Or getting on their hands and knees to roll out a red carpet for our enemy to walk on.
Mm-hmm.
That was a really good picture for everybody to see. And with that, I got the Seven of Swords. It's all about the theft. It's all about what can I get and get away with it.
Yeah.
It's all about what am I going to put in my pockets? What can I get that's going to just take care of that for me, and I don't have to worry about it anymore. It's and here he is worried about going to heaven.
You know, he's selling little coins or whatever that people can buy to help buy his way to heaven. Did you know that?
Yes. Yeah. He's apparently, and I saw David Terrell by the Bay did a video. I didn't have a chance to see it all the way through, but I'll finish watching it later on. But yes, apparently he had sent out an email asking his supporters to send him $15 because yes, he really, really wants to get into heaven, and your $15 is going to do that. You know what? If you are foolish enough to send that man a penny of the money that you have, you're
He's also selling little strength coins and tchotchke stuff of, you know, we've got this fight and all of that. He's having people buy that too. But I wanted to throw out another thought too with the National Guard, because the states that are sending their National Guard troops to DC are all red states that are in hurricane zones. So with FEMA basically gone and no federal assistance, it would be up to the National Guard to help with any hurricane issues. But if they are not there, what's going to happen?
We are going to be left to fend to ourselves. That's what's going to happen.
That's when people are going to lose their ever-loving mind. You just sent our only resource.
Exactly.
You know, really?
You have a major Cat 3 or higher hit anywhere between the Panhandle in Florida to Texas, all the way to the Mexico border, and do what any of the previous storms have done when they've hit our coast. I mean, I've been through so many of them. I don't even blink at them anymore. It's like, oh, another hurricane. Okay. It's just that you kind of get that way down here. But at the same time, we always had that reassurance in the back of our minds that we've got FEMA, we've got the federal government. This, if we get hit and hit hard, that's going to be here to help us pick up the pieces. Because the states can't do that on their own.
Exactly.
I don't care what BS they want to throw out there about, we don't need no federal money. Yeah, you let a hurricane at Cat 5 come blow through Texas. and find out just how much you don't need federal money, especially when you got people literally dying because they don't have water or electricity or can get food or get gas in their car to go somewhere to get water or
where it's
food.
safe. Yeah. Yeah.
And when
That's
you're taking
when they call on the blue states.
I
like
was just going to say
California.
that.
Yeah.
Yep.
And say, hey, can you help us out?
Oh, Gavin.
Who dis? Who dis?
Yeah. Don't think so, pumpkin.
Exactly.
Have you given your fair share yet this year?
Yeah.
Nope, not going to.
Yeah. As
I
he's
mean,
threatening to cut more federal funds from other states who refuse to, kiss the ring, they're going to be like, yeah, and we won't send you our federal tax money, and we're also not going to be bailing out your little red states that you're sending your troops up to invade our state. So yeah, let's see how well this works.
Yeah, Pam Bondi apparently sent out a letter to a lot of the red states, and particularly, I think that the governors and the mayors of what she called the safe haven cities or whatnot.
Yeah, my state got
yeah, and basically said, you're not following federal law when you don't do what we tell you to do. And if you don't work with us, we're coming after you. And I think it was the one of the mayors, I think it was Denver. Don't quote me on this. I could be wrong. But he said, oh, no. We follow, all the laws that are. Sorry? Washington. Okay, yeah. We follow all the laws in the big book. The city, the state, the federal. Yeah. And we also follow the laws in the little book, also known as the Constitution or whatever. He said, so I'll tell you what, we'll follow this one, the big one, if you follow the little one. And part of the little one was talking about, if you're arrested for a crime, you get due process and so on and so forth. So, the Democrats are finally starting to fight back.
Finally.
And they have to. You cannot reason with the unreasonable. It's like trying to have a logical discussion with someone who's drunk.
Yeah.
They're not there.
Now that might have been Colorado, because I think in Washington he said we're not stopping you, but we're not going to aid you. And then Oregon also said the same thing. We're not stopping you from being here. We're not going to aid you though.
Yeah.
And and that's what. Well, you have to aid us. No, we don't.
No, we don't. Exactly. Yeah. No, we don't.
What I want to know, because Chicago was like, you're not welcome here, and you don't have my permission, nor did I request this, so your action is illegal. So my question is, if this is an illegal action, why don't the states arrest the ICE people and put them in jail because they're here illegally? That's what I want to know.
Which, just to let you know how it can kind of hit you out of left field. This morning, as I was leaving for work, as I was going through the complex, police car, one of the big SUV ones, and I thought, well, that's kind of odd. Why are they here so early in the morning? And I made the corner, another one. There sat another one with a couple of cops in it. And I'm like, all right, what is going on here? That's two cop cars, like 2 buildings apart from each other.
Yeah.
And so I'm heading on out to go, and I turn left we have like a little shopping strip next door. And I pulled into that parking lot because I had to go get gas. And as I pulled in, I saw a third cop vehicle in the driveway of where I turned in at, just sitting there, car running, and that was a canine unit. He had a dog in the car with him. So I go pull through, and I'm like, what the hell? That's 3 cop cars within like a block radius of each other. There's 2 more cop cars off to the side as I pull around, with 3 or 4 of their guys standing outside looking like they were getting ready to go into a combat zone.
Yeah.
That's how they were decked out. They weren't in regular uniforms. They were decked out in combat uniforms. So I pull around and I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
Don't know. I get gas. I get to work. I get in the office. I pull out my phone to see my son is blowing my phone up. Are you okay? Are you okay? Oh my God, are you? And I'm like, yeah, why wouldn't I be okay? And he's like, well, they sent a message, an email to everybody in the complex, of a dangerous situation, and police presence is in the complex. Please stay in your building, stay
my
in your apartment, and don't come out. And so he's tripping because this hit him 5 minutes after I left. I was probably pumping gas when he
Yeah.
sent me the first text, and I just didn't hear it on the phone. And I started telling him what I saw on my way in. And he's like, well, what would they be doing over here? And I said, we do have a very large apartment complex. We have an outside source that comes in that does all the landscaping, mowing of the grass, and all that stuff. I said, and I've not met one guy on any of those teams that speak English. They all speak Spanish, and they're all obviously not from around here, you know. They're all as nice as can be. I mean, I've got no complaint with them, but I'm like, just stay in the house and don't go outside, because if they start running down lawn guys because they're immigrants, I said, you don't want to get caught in the middle of that.
Yeah.
You know, you want to stay in the house. But I mean, it was like instantly my brain, as soon as I started seeing all the cops, I was like, okay, what's going on? And then I saw them in combat gear, and I was like, really? Like, what the hell? And they had somebody at the prison, at the local jail, managed to get out. I was
Ah,
in the area, so that's, they were looking for an escaped felon. And
yeah.
so, but it just, you know, it's like just that instant, whereas before you would have passed them and thought, I wonder what's going on over
Yeah.
there, you know.
Yeah.
And
Interesting.
now it's like, are they going to be chasing down the lawn guys? I mean, do I need to barricade the house so, you know, they don't come banging on my door wanting to search? It's, your brain goes off in squirrely places nowadays when you see that.
Absolutely.
Um,
Absolutely. Yeah. And okay, so we're 43 minutes in, and I really wanted to cover this, as because it is unpleasant and because it is horrible. And that was the shooting in Minneapolis.
yeah.
2 children are dead as a result of a coward who decided to, he had a hate on for a lot of people, but particularly children. I'm not going to mention his name. I don't even know his name. I don't care what his name is. I'm
Yeah,
just
exactly.
as the coward, because that's what he is. Um, the the fact that he had a rifle, he had a shotgun, and he had a pistol, and it was apparently someone who had issues with their sexuality. Not that that has anything to do with it. If a lot of his social posts and the things that he talked about, he really glorified other mass shooters and so on. So I guess my question is, when is it going to be enough? When will enough innocent children die so that the GOP says, okay, got to do something about the gun problem. Because I think there's the way that this person presented themselves and the things that they posted, other people saw it.
Mhm.
They did not do anything about it. This was someone who was clearly over 21. How did they get past the how were they able to buy these guns? It's not like, do you need a rifle, shotgun, and pistol for hunting? You need to, what kind of a hunter are you if it takes 3 weapons for you to bring down an animal?
And a couple of them are designed to blow away whatever it is you're shooting at, so there's nothing left. So what's the point?
Exactly. So this, I think, and I do want to mention that the 2 children that passed away were Fletcher Merkel. He was 8 years old, and Harper Maskey, who was 10 years old. Their families are now devastated, absolutely devastated. We should remember those who have perished, because some people just have a hate on for everyone. I'm getting sick and tired of it. This is the 44th shooting, and I believe that they said school shooting, although I could be wrong, this year.
Yeah,
This year.
it's atrocious.
Yeah. So when are the GOP going to realize that, you don't, putting a gun in the hands of people who should not have guns? You think they're going to stop at children? Wait till they come after you. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? So, yeah, I'm just,
Especially since the GOP is already starting to talk about, well, we got to get this gun situation under control. We don't need people with all these guns walking around. Now, what have the right been saying for decades and decades and decades? Oh, you can't trust the Democrats. They're going to take your guns away. Have we ever tried to take away their guns? No. But who's trying it
They
now?
want to keep it in case the government gets tyrannical. Well, where are you, pal?
yeah, hello.
Yeah,
Hello.
that's funny. Then they're not going to. Nothing is going to be enough until we take money out of government and until we take lobbyists out of government, which will happen eventually, but I think it's going to be like 25 years, honestly, until that happens. Until that happens, it won't matter. And it won't matter if one of their own gets pew-pewed or anything. It truly will not. They don't care. They just don't care. And so until you get the money out of politics, it's not going to matter. And on that note, I drew some. I have some oracle cards from the witching hour.
Not the witching hour.
So yeah, what the cards I pulled were reach out. So regrettably, it's going to be us supporting each other. It's going to be the people supporting each other. There's no amount unless the one hope we have is to actually fulfill the GOP nightmare and get total government control and take that opportunity to finally just ban it. But I don't even know that that's going to do it, to be honest. But for the time being, reach out and support each other. This is the prophecy card, which means basically take the past experiences to be able to read the future.
Yeah.
It's all about money. It's all about money. Lives are irrelevant. just like you said before, Marina, it's like you're not going to be able to rationalize with these people. They don't care. You're expecting them to have a conscience, and they do not. The government is full of narcissistic personality, and it's just about.
Isn't that the truth?
And the third card I pulled was endure. Regrettably, we're just going to have to endure this. Because most of the time, now this is unique because it's a private school, and usually the private schools are protected from this, which is also why they don't care. Because the public schools, we're all just a bunch of riffraff. If you go to a public school, they don't care if they get, exterminated or pew-pewed or whatever. Now, private schools are a little different matter because it affects the wealthier typically. But it's still, until you get the money out of politics, I don't see it changing.
Yeah. And unfortunately, I think you're absolutely right. Is that the idea of, well, it's my Second Amendment or whatever right? Yeah, it's your right to carry a musket, not an AK-47. A musket.
Thank you.
And a well-armed militia is the National Guard, by the way. Well, guess who's ruling that one right now?
Exactly. So, no, the money needs to get out of it. What you needed for protection back when the founding fathers first talked about it is different than what it is now. You do not need to go out and hunt animals for your survival. Right? That's and most legitimate hunters will support the idea that there needs to be safeguards in place, that you need to be trained on how to use weapons.
Absolutely.
And so on. It's not just a free-for-all. Oh, well, I'm going duck hunting, so I'm going to take my Uzi to go duck hunting. That doesn't happen.
It's just a talking point. You know that. They don't. That's the most we'll get out of the Democrats is hopefully, get rid of AK-47s and the bump stocks. Hopefully, fine. Limit it to a hunting rifle and a handgun. Whatever. You got your weapon. Good.
Yeah. This is, I think that what the Democrats, for all their talk, and including the GOP, they are knowledge withheld. They know that what is happening. They know that these people are we're putting children in harm's way. But as long as if they were to come in and do something about the gun problem, what are they going to talk about? What are they going to be able to say to their constituents that they're going to do the next election? Because when you get rid of a lot of guns and different weapons, you know what? Crime does tend to go down.
Yeah.
And so, what are we going to talk about? So this, I think that one of the things that ultimately that the U.S. is going to be remembered for is the utter disregard for human life at the mercy of, well, it's my right to own a gun.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well.
Tots and pears.
Yes, exactly.
And that's what I loved about what the Minneapolis mayor said.
Yes.
When he went out yesterday and spoke the first time, and he flat out put it, we don't want to hear your thoughts and prayers. Keep them to yourself.
Yeah.
That doesn't do any damn good. I was like, when he said that, I was like, yes, thank you, Jesus. That's exactly what needed to be said. Because he was like, we don't need your thoughts and prayers. These children were in a church praying.
Yes.
Now you tell me, why did God let that happen? When you want to say, when it's a public school and you all want to point fingers and say, well, they got shot because you took God out of school. They were in the freaking church.
There you go.
They go
Catholic.
to a Catholic school. They were in the damn church praying for mass.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And he's like, explain that one with your twisted logic. I was like, dude, you go, man. I mean, oh my God, he was on fire. And you could
Absolutely.
see the expression on some of the. I saw a couple of the pundits that I kind of just clicked on and off yesterday. Um, and the ones from Fox, man, they were like flipping out, especially whenever he hit them with that, we don't want to hear about your thoughts and prayers.
Yep.
These
Yes.
kids were in a church praying.
Yes.
So you tell me with your logic why that is.
Yep.
Yeah.
They were
Well,
in meltdown mode. They didn't know how to handle it.
yeah, but Sherry, they weren't praying to the right God.
Yeah,
See,
I guess so.
that's
I don't know.
they were praying to the Catholic Jesus, not the Protestant Jesus or the
Prosperity
the
gospel
Southern
Jesus.
Baptist Jesus. So yeah, I
They
think
didn't pay
that's
F-45 enough money to go to heaven. That's what it is.
yeah, I
Yeah.
yeah,
It just,
It's so
I
ridiculous.
mean, I
yeah,
was so upset yesterday about it. It just, I literally was like shutting down.
yes,
It really hit me hard. But when I saw him step out there and then say that, and I thought, yes, that's exactly what those of us on this side of this issue,
Mhm.
that needs to be that needs to be the one thing that's put back in these people's faces. These kids were in a freaking church
exactly,
praying, you know. And
exactly.
I don't care what they call their God or how they pray to their God. It doesn't matter. They were in their church praying to their God,
Yeah,
and this happened. So it's like don't give me your thoughts and prayers nonsense. And that was, I heard a bunch of leadership people yesterday saying it. We don't want to hear about your thoughts and prayers. Keep it to yourself. I mean,
yes,
there were family members that were like, I don't want to hear anybody say thoughts and prayers. I was like, yeah, you're damn right. Who wants to
yeah,
hear
because
that?
those are empty words. Oh, I'm sending you my thoughts and prayers.
Oh, please don't.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I'd rather
I
not.
can't say what I would want to say,
Yeah,
but
I
and
know, Sherry. Yeah, we're
I'm
we're
biting my
choosing our
tongue
words.
really hard not to let loose with some four-letter words. But
Yes.
I was really upset. I know when I did my lunch break musings yesterday, I was waffling between anger and tears and
Yes.
anger and tears. And it was like to the point where there was a couple of times I just couldn't even speak.
Yeah.
It's like there just are no words at this point,
Yeah.
because these
Exactly.
are the same people that want to run around and scream about protecting the children. Bullshit.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Bullcrap. Excuse
Yeah.
me. You don't care about
Those are the
protecting
same
the damn
people who
children.
elected pedophile as president too. So there's
You
that.
know, you wanna go arrest a woman because she's had a miscarriage and is already in an extreme state of depression and grief over that, and you want to go march into her hospital room and arrest her for murder.
Mhm.
It's like, I don't
Yeah.
think so. Not until you're arresting every man that
Mhm.
takes care of business in the bathroom or whatever.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. And
how many did he just murder doing that?
yeah.
I I mean,
And the big
you
thing
want to
to
play
mention too
fire with fire? Yeah.
with this particular coward is, lo and behold, he's not an immigrant.
No,
Mhm.
He's white. He's
he's
as lily
Christian.
white as they come.
They always
So
are.
yeah, what about yeah, protecting the citizens from the monsters that are out there, and making immigrants the boogeyman of all things. When was the last time that you heard an immigrant shot up
Mhm.
a school?
No, it's always the white men
Or
is
attacked a child
Yes.
in inappropriate ways.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's always the white Christian man
Yep.
that does
Poor
this.
boy.
It's like, what? I mean, and that's,
Yeah.
granted, that is not 100% absolute. There are people of different nationalities and faiths and whatnot that do horrific things to each other as well as to children. Look at Gaza.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just the majority of when you read about some child being molested or worse, um, or trafficking rings being broken up, who's the ones that are in control and doing it?
Now it appears to be the Supreme Court and the President of the United States, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. We hope
you
that
know,
changes. You know, I
allegedly.
I don't like to kind of, the difference between Canada and the US, but it is striking that we have very strict gun control laws up here.
Mhm.
You if you're a hunter, you know the process to get yourself a gun. You have to pass a safety course and so on. You have to pass a background check to make sure that you're okay to have this weapon.
yeah,
You're taught how to use it, how to respect it, so on and so forth. And you have permission to take it from your home to where it is you're going hunting, and it has to be locked up and so on. But we have common sense gun laws. We also have people who have mental issues. Why don't our people with mental issues shoot up our schools?
Mm-hmm. They're not in government.
No. Yeah, no.
well, it's
So
like, I mean, I grew up with guns. My grandfather was a hunter.
yes.
He had a gun cabinet that
Yep.
was rifles and shotguns and pistols and crossbows and regular bows and arrows. I used to go hunting with him.
Yeah.
Deer and pheasant and duck, and I mean,
Mhm.
I did all that crap as a kid.
Yeah.
So it's not like I don't know anything about guns. My stepfather was a police officer. There was a gun in every room in the house. I mean, when he and my mom got married and we moved into his home, the first thing my mother did was walk me through every room in the house to show me where the gun was, so that I knew at any given moment when I walked in that room, that was not a play gun. That was the real thing. And I
Yeah.
knew what the real thing did because I'd been hunting with my grandfather and saw the results of
Yes.
what happens when you shoot something.
Yes.
Now, I do not own a gun now. I've never owned a gun as an adult. I don't want one in my house. I just, I strongly feel about that. I don't have a problem with anybody else that want to have a gun or something, but I mean, back when I was a kid, you had a shotgun or maybe you had a
Yes.
rifle, but you had to go through special hoops for something like that. You
Exactly.
didn't, and it was the hunters were the ones that had it. It wasn't every Tom, Dick, and Harry on the street.
Exactly.
And now it's like you can walk into Target or Walmart or wherever and see some dipwad down here walking around dressed like Rambo
Yeah.
with more ammo strapped around him than he knows what to do with, talking about he feels threatened.
Well, it's very scary to buy a simple
Excuse me?
Sherry.
Yeah.
I
And
mean,
yeah, and I'll tell you something. All that camo gear, all that weaponry, all that kind of stuff doesn't
Makes
make
you
your
feel like
penis
a
any
man.
bigger.
I know.
no,
Sorry.
Makes him feel so big
it
and
doesn't.
Yeah.
The last time I was in a major department store, and I was in there to get some groceries and odds and ends, and I came around a corner, and there was a guy standing there decked out from head to toe. And I just picked up my purse and I turned around and I went walking out the store. Well, one of the store managers saw me just leave my cart in the middle of the aisle and head for the door. And they said, ma'am, is there something wrong? Can we help you with something? I said, yeah, you got a terrorist over here on aisle 3. And until you get him out of the store, I'm not coming back. And I turned around and I left. And there was like 4 or 5 people that all looked when I said a terrorist on aisle 4. Like, what the hell? But I was like, I'm sorry, he's there dressed the way he's dressed for one reason only, and that's to terrorize everybody else around him.
Yep.
Exactly.
It's got nothing to do with being safe. And I don't want to hear about give the good guy with a gun to shoot the bad guy with a gun. BS. That doesn't happen. The good guys with a gun go hide and wait.
Yeah,
until
look
the
at
police
Uvalde.
Yes, exactly.
Thank you.
Exactly.
They all sat
Or
outside the room while all the children got slaughtered.
Stonewall or whatever it was, in Florida.
Yes.
The
Yeah.
school there.
Yeah.
Where it was the damn kids that were saving each other.
Exactly.
Not the police,
Yes. Yeah. Totally.
So,
Thank
thank you, Jason. Jason just gifted somebody a membership.
Thank you very much, Jason. That is very nice. Let me know who got it. Because
Play, Love, Remember got it.
Lovely. Play, Love, Remember. Make sure that I have your email address so that you can be included when we do the members only. Yeah.
Very nice. And
Thank you, Susan. Yes, very generous of you. May that be returned to you 1,000-fold.
There you go.
So, yeah. All righty. Well, listen, we are at 1 hour and 6 minutes. I have really, really enjoyed this show.
My apologies for ranting. It just kind of came out.
It deserves a rant, so
I guess so.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes we all have to do that.
It's a coffee clutch.
Yes, it's a coffee
This
clutch.
is true.
Exactly. Yeah. So
there's a reason for it.
I appreciate each and every one of you spending time with us this evening. We'll be doing this again in 2 weeks' time, where in 2 weeks' time, I'm on the roster to host it again. We're hoping that, that we'll be up to full speed, and then maybe Cleo can host that one. We can switch. We can do whatever, because you know what? It's our show. So
well, I can do it on the 11th. I can do it on the 11th.
Yes,
We'll just go,
or Sherry can do it. Yeah,
and,
absolutely. It's perfectly fine. So again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It means a lot to us when you do that. Leave a comment after the video. Leave a comment on the various channels. Make sure that it is 7 characters or longer. So yeah, 7 little heart emojis, 7 exclamation marks, whatever. That seems to be the magic number. Yes, yeah. So get that out there. And
7 characters. Put 7 characters in, at the least.
Yes. And I will see, hopefully, most of you on Saturday for the 9th Shine Your Light event. I'll be starting at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And yes, Artist Liz, the Shine Your Light event is this weekend, and I'm really looking forward to it. So make sure that you join us. Let us all spread that light, love, compassion, and unity to anyone and everyone in the world who needs it. Yay. And thank you, Sherry. Thank you, Judy. We'll be doing this again. All right. And everyone, take care, and we will see you later. Bye for now.
Bye.